Hi everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial on building a website in R. In this tutorial, we'll go over and explain exactly what widgets are, and we'll even go and look at a few examples. In the process, we'll set up our navigation bar so the links actually work properly, because right now only a couple of them work the way that we want them to. So the first thing you can see, I've already opened up my R project. So we'll start by loading in Blogdown. And getting the site up and running. Okay, great. So I'm actually going to open this so we can take a closer look at it in full screen. And you can see that we have our different navigation links at the top, and only the contact link works. So it takes us straight down to the contact section. And the home link also takes us to the top, which is the about section. But for example, if we click on experience, this isn't really what we want. We don't want it to be linked to recent posts. And let's look at blogs. This actually is where I am imagining the blogs will go, but right now it's called projects. So that's a little bit confusing. And publications, this could work if you want featured publications, but there's also a recent publications. So we'll actually set it to this section here. So we have a few things to do. If we go back to R, the first thing we want to open up is that menus page. So it's in the config folder and it's the menus YAML. Now we remember we've seen this page before because we've adjusted some of the names of our navigation links, but I pointed out before that we really have to make sure that the URL is linked to a markdown file that's located here within the home folder. So just as an example, we see that home is linked with this hashtag about that's saying that it's linked to the about markdown file. So if we open this up, the first thing we see is we have a comment that says an instance of the about widget. And you even see on line 4, it says the widget is about. So to get a little bit more information about what widgets are, we can just go straight to this website. And again, it's the Wow2Me website. And here we can see, I'll just read a couple of sentences here. Loading pre-made layouts is a great way to kickstart your homepage. Templates come with some popular widgets pre-configured for this purpose. So these widgets display as sections on the home page, right? So we have the home is linked to this about section, and we can see here that here are all of the built-in widgets. So we can see that there is the about section here. If you want to click on it within this website, you can get a closer look and see, yes, this is exactly what our bio looks like. This is the about section. And that's why it's called the widget here. So we can see exactly which widget we're dealing with. So this is all fine. We'll just keep it as about. But now experience. We saw experience wasn't linked to the right one because we can see it's actually linked to the posts here. All we have to do here, because there actually is the experience widget right here, is change this to experience again so it corresponds to this markdown right here, and we can see because this is already set as the experience widget. And let's go to our viewer, and so if we hit save, and now let's jump down, it takes us straight to the experience section. So that's exactly what we want. The next one is blogs, and although it actually took us to the right section, it's a little bit confusing because we changed the name to blogs rather than what it was originally set to as projects. So here, let's open up projects, just because we know that this is the one that it's set to. And we can see that all of the widgets, they have titles, and you can even add a subtitle if you want. So just for consistency, let's make this blogs. And again, we'll check out the viewer. So now this looks better. Now blogs, it matches with our navigation link, and in another tutorial, we'll actually edit these blogs and show you how to add an internal and external different type of project or blog here. But for now, because it's called blogs, but what I think it makes sense to just make it all consistent. So rather than having it be projects, you know, if we come back to this in a year and want to make edits, we might be confused about where's our blogs markdown located. So we'll just go ahead and change the name and make that blogs. Great. So now everything is consistent. The title's blogs, the markdown's blogs, as well as here. We, of course, have to change this to blogs because that's what we just set it as. So we can double check that that has all worked by going down, and now everything looks great. Okay, awesome. Moving along to publications. So as I mentioned, there is both a featured, which is featured publications, and also publications. So this is totally up to you which one you want to have, or if you even want to have both, but we're going to just stick with the regular publications. So here we have, it says recent publications, just say publications. We can easily change the title again and save that. So now everything should be working, all of our links. So we have experience, blogs, recent, did I not? Oh, that's because I actually didn't save it. You can see it's blue here. So let's try that again. I just saved. And now if we try again, publications, takes us down to publications. And of course, contact should already work. Okay, but now, so now if we open this up to see everything on our full screen, we can see there's still actually a lot of other sections or widgets like accomplishments, recent posts, gallery, upcoming talks, featured publications, popular topics. So for right now, we actually don't want all of this information on our website. Now in the future, we might want to add different sections. So we want to make sure that we have the ability to add sections when we want. But what we're going to do for now is I'm going to create a new folder on my desktop so I know where it is. And it's going to be called Unused Widgets. And now if I open up my folder where my project is located, if we go into content and home, I'm just going to move the widgets that I don't want outside so Blogdown doesn't process it, so they don't appear on the website. So let's see, we don't want that. Gallery, we want to keep the index because that one I believe is necessary. Post, tags. Okay, I believe these are the ones. So by doing this, we're not deleting it because, and this is just in case we want to add them back in later. All we have to do is say we want to add accomplishments. We can just go like this, and now we can add in accomplishments. But now that they're removed from our folder there, we can see, let's just open this up one more time. And now if we scroll down, we only have the sections that we want. So this is looking much cleaner, and I'm really excited about this. Now, the one thing that you might have noticed is that we do have a section skills here that isn't in our navigation bar. So let's say perhaps we want to add the skills. We think that's really important. That's easy enough to do. Remember, we can just add another section right here. And here you can see it has updated, so we only have the markdowns that we are interested in for right now. So we want it to be called skills, and we want to link it to the skills section. And now that we've done that, the skills appears and that works perfectly. So you can see that, remember in a tutorial, a few tutorials ago, we went through and said that these numbers for the weight are fairly arbitrary. And it just happened to know, even though these are both 10, that home would go first and skills would go second. But just to make sure, we can keep it in an actual order, numeric order here. Okay, great. So I believe that's everything that we have for today. And the last thing that we're going to do, as always, we can see all the changes that we made. So we will go ahead and push all of our changes to GitHub. And there you go. So just in a few seconds, it will all be pushed to GitHub, and then it will update on Netlify, and we'll be able to see the changes on our actual website. And that's everything for today. So I will see you next time.